Light Show DC Zone on
NY with DCWeekly.com.
It's your boy NOYA Noya.
And you're watching
Modern Influence TV.
What's up, everybody? I'm Modern Micah, and you are watching Modern Influence TV. Today, we will be discussing the effects of technology on dating. Does it affect the way that we date and interact in our relationship these days? Social media, meaning Twitter, Instagram, Tinder, BlackPeopleMe.com, Christian Mingle. Are we still dating the same way our parents were dating? Let's find out.
So my name is Spin and I'm 24. I do believe that social media affects relationships.
Social media and technology definitely affects relationships because a lot of people like to tell you, oh, it's Twitter, it's not that serious, oh, it's Instagram, it's not that serious, but you can't say that because you probably met your girlfriend on Twitter, you probably met one of your cool friends on Twitter.
This is Anwar. I'm 34. And I don't think social media really affects your relationship if you're really mature about it.
I'm in my 20s, so social media for me might play a larger factor in my relationship than you. Do you agree?
Definitely, but I think social media just changed like the way people date as a whole. Like, so if you look back to when like our parents were dating, you know what I'm saying? Like if they lived in DC, they lived in Southeast DC, they only dated people from Southeast DC. You know what I mean? They weren't going uptown. It was just you dating who was in like your little block or your little neighborhood who was familiar to you. But now with social media, everybody is, you know what I'm saying, is on the dating block. You can be dating somebody from LA. You can fly them out once a month.
Because FaceTime and Instagram makes it a little easier for you to communicate with them, see them. We have Skype, we have Uvu. You can check on their Instagram and say, oh, I see what she ate today, even though I didn't talk to her.
Yeah, definitely. And then also, like when you're dating someone, you're also dating all their friends. And because all their friends follow you on social media, every time you post something, you best believe it's in a group chat.
We have now a platform where people who weren't needed to speak on things are now in a position to speak. So we have memes of $200 dates. We have Louboutins that dudes have to buy us. And it's like really ridiculous when we're looking into the aspect of what a relationship really is.
Corey, while we're on the topic of long distance relationships, I know you were in the services, correct?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. Did you utilize social media, FaceTime, your smartphone while you were in this long distance relationship? How did that work out?
Actually, it was during a time where social media started really took off, so you really didn't accept it during that certain time. But, you know, as my recent ones that I've done long distance, yeah, I went to the Skypes, I done dealt with Uvu, Tango. I remember even when Yahoo Instant Messenger had their little thing out back in the day. So you do what you have to do to keep it together.
Right.
And the way I look at it is there is no excuses. There is no excuses why you should not be able to maintain a possible long distance relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can dive in the DM and say, hey, good morning. You can find an email. You can do whatever you can in order to maintain that relationship. But the other part of that to me, and I want to go off a little bit, is you're sort of dealing with their representative, because when you're online, you can be whoever you want to be.
Right. So you're trying to say that social media technology, that could be falsely representing who you are. So how would that affect the relationship, though?
You have to actually know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm a man that's about transparency and authenticity. You know, so I have to at least eventually get to meet you. I can't have an entire relationship being only long distance. I have to meet you. That's why I don't understand catfish, but that's neither here nor there.
You know, why are you dating long distance if you want to meet somebody?
No, I'm just saying I've dealt with it, but now the older as I got,
long distance?
yeah, well, it ended up going on this because I ended up getting stationed overseas. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But we maintained it, but it did fall off. But at the end of the day, I've dealt with it. But now I know I don't want a long distance relationship because I ain't trying to just keep that up, keep going. It's a lot of work.
But the point is, today's technology, today's social media makes it easier for you to date long distance.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, I want to hear from the ladies. Tell me what y'all feel about social media and dating, how it affects who you date, how it affects your relationships.
I'm Raven, I'm 22 years old. I think social media does play a big part when it comes to relationships because you want to put everything on there. Well, I know I do with the pictures and stuff, so when I do get in a relationship, I delete my social media because I don't need more people in my business because I do tend to post a lot of things. Another reason people draw tips like you can tell somebody's messing with them still because of something they hashtag or something they put up. So then you just have like mess that you don't need, and that's why I don't think relationships that I've been in have worked. But other than that, social media is a no-no for relationships.
I know this is a big topic, especially with the women. Is it okay to follow your ex on social media if you're on a new relationship?
It depends.
I'm cool with it.
I'm thinking.
It depends. It depends what type of ex it is.
What type of ex it is?
Like I follow one of my exes, and we're really cool. We dated in high school, but it wouldn't affect my relationship to this day because we just have a cool friendship. It's nothing sexual between us, but you know, if you're dating someone that's insecure, of course they might not see it as that.
Absolutely.
So it just depends on who you're dealing with.
I can still follow all my exes, but they all block me. I don't know why. But I can still.
That's harsh.
I don't think you should follow your ex.
I agree.
Because a lot of exes in our age think they're entitled to you.
Right.
We dated for 3 years, we dated for 2 years, oh, that's still my man. On who?
Right. Just because we dated doesn't mean I'm obligated to continue a relationship with you after our personal relationship.
But see, people our age don't feel like that. They feel like once you dated somebody and once those pictures hit the timeline and once you're on Instagram and once we Snapchatted together, like you're mine forever. That person can move on and you're still like, that's still my man, but his new girlfriend is like, according to who? So that's not gonna
So let's
work.
do a vote. Raise your hand if you feel like it's okay to follow your ex on social media after the relationship if you're in a new relationship.
Can I get it?
It
It
I'm 26. Now, when it comes to relationships on social media, wow, it really depends on the relationship that I had with that young female. If she's distinguished and mature and she's confident in herself and have that sense of poise that no female is messing with her out here in these streets, then of course she's not going to trip. But say for instance she's a little bit insecure and I may have an ex that works as an exotic dancer. If I like her picture and she's busting it open for a goon on what, $2 Tuesday, she's gonna flip. But if my ex is actually a pregnant girl that work at Chick-fil-A, she's not gonna really trip about it.
Social media definitely plays a big part in relationships to an extent because you also have to know how your partner is. If you don't have trust with your partner, then you're not gonna have a good basis in your relationship.
I'm 25.
I'm 25.
We've been together for about 4 years now. Social media started out kind of a factor in our relationship, but as time went on, it kind of died down. I think in the beginning, as you get to know your partner more, because social media can give you like a false sense of who you may think your partner is, but that's really not that person. So I think once you realize who they are, you know, after the first maybe year or two, you start to calm down, you start to get to know them. You start to give them a little bit more space and you trust them more to do things and you're not as uptight.
When we're dealing with the opposite sex and leaving comments underneath the pictures, is it too much to like a person's picture if they're of the opposite sex and you're attracted to them and to leave those little heart emojis, things like that?
I think it depends on the actual picture. Because I think in a relationship, you have to be mindful of what pictures to like. And that's a conscious thing for your partner to already know about. Like for instance, myself, my girlfriend was not on social media, but I was still conscious that she might see me liking this particular picture with this particular girl with her...
That's corny.
No, it's not corny. It's respect.
Because why is your girl living like that?
Living like what?
Like, why you can't like a picture? What is this picture? What do you like?
No.
I don't think likes
I think the likes are...
The likes are cool, but when you get to leaving comments and stuff,
Like, what's that comment like?
it can leave.
Yes, like the hard eyes. I feel like it's...
Like I don't like
If you just be like, oh, you look cute or something like that, that's regular.
Social media just opened the door for your business to be in the streets. When growing up, I was always taught a lady would never kiss and tell, never do a lot of things that people do now, from the tip drawing and everything. So it's just different. Everybody want their business out on Front Street, and then when people know your business, you mad, but you know, you put it on social media. So I think social media is bad for relationships.
I feel like the relationship is between you and your other person, not all your followers, all your whoever you follow. It's not for everybody to see. So a lot of people put too much on the social media, which I think that's where their relationships fail, because everyone get in their business, everyone know what they're doing, what time to go to sleep, what time to wake up. I think once I stepped back from social media and my relationship, I think it got better because it's less messy.
Dating and technology, social media sites, it doesn't really affect relationships. It's really more about who you're dating. Me personally speaking, I've been in a relationship with somebody for 1.5 years who exploited me basically all over his Twitter, Instagram, heart emojis, oh, Woman Crush Wednesdays all the time, but he cheated on me every chance he got. So obviously age, the length of the relationship are all determining factors on whether or not technology, social media is going to affect your relationship. Let's get another vote, show of hands. How many of you would say that it is okay to go through phones and passwords and check to see what pictures they've liked and who they've been talking to on the side and commenting on people's pictures? From 72 weeks ago, is that okay? Show of hands.
I might go through your phone if I'm tripping. But it's your fault I'm tripping. So.
I actually agree with her on this.
I'm sure everybody's been through a phone in here before.
If it's your fault that I'm going through your phone,
But
come on.
I'm not gonna say I consistently go through phones, but if you've given me a reason to go through your phone, I'm gonna go through your phone. I'm gonna go through it until I can't see no more. Like, and if I don't like what I see, I'm gonna break your phone.
Wow.
And that's you learn your lesson.
If I don't like what I see in your phone, I'm gonna break your phone.
You will find it.
My mom said that.
But you already know what you're looking for, so you already, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we've been chilling, we got no problems, we good, we dating, it's lit, everything lit. Why am I going through your phone? There's no reason. But if I'm getting text messages and somebody like, girl, your baby father or your boyfriend is this, and this, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go through your phone.
Why don't you just ask her?
I'm not gonna ask you nothing because
That's
you're
the
gonna
problem.
lie.
That's the problem.
You're gonna lie. If I ask you a specific, if your girlfriend asks you a specific,
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Go ahead.
If your girlfriend asks you a specific question, where were you at 7:30 last night, and you know you was with some hoe, what you gonna say?
I mean, if it's in my best interest to lie, you know what I'm saying? If it's in my best interest to lie, you know what I'm saying?
It's in your best interest to tell your girlfriend you was with a hoe last night?
No, I'm just saying, I get what you're saying. But the problem is, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but what I'm talking about is the problem is you gotta confront that issue. But I get where you're coming from. That's another method.
I'm Micah.
You're not rocking with your boy Sincere.
I got you.
You're watching Modern Influence TV.